Alright guys, today we're going to be checking out a 2019 Ram Power Wagon. This truck is awesome. It's going to be a cool truck to review, so let's get into it. There are so many details about this truck that we can talk about, but the first one is the engine. We have a 6.4 liter V8 Hemi that is producing 410 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. As far as displacement goes, this is the biggest displacement V8 engine you can get in a Ram truck. This truck was designed for off-roading, so I'm sure most of you know this truck is a beast off-road. We have our winch up front, a camera up front, along with some cameras right under the mirrors, help give you that view of the side of the truck. Another thing I really like about this particular truck, we got these, there we go, Ram boxes. These are awesome. Even got a little plug in there. Also, another thing, these trucks are pretty high off the ground just coming from the factory. That's really nice. Help you get up in it. Now we're in the interior of the truck, and holy moly, this is luxurious. Look at that big 12-inch screen, man. Oh yeah, we got seat coolers and seat warmers. That is awesome. What else we got here? We got so many buttons here, it's hard to even see everything. You can pretty much control everything with the air conditioning on the screen here. I'll show you the cameras here. So this is really awesome, and this is something that really helps when off-roading, is this camera system. So you have your backup camera, but this is really cool, and this is something that not a lot of trucks just come with this. But you have cameras, because you have the cameras on the mirrors, have a camera in front and a camera in the back, you can get pretty much a 360-degree view of your truck. Front view, there. Oh, you got one in the, you can see in the bed. Man, there's mirrors, tailgate, lots of really cool things with the camera. So that's really cool. Another thing, you already have your tow package pretty much set up. You got tow haul, parking sensor off, front off, traction control. You already have a trailer brake set up. Totally awesome. Four-wheel drive is on the floor again, a little bit different than our dually that we had, where you just push it in there, push it out on the floor here, which actually I had kind of liked how it was on the 1-ton dually, but this is actually a better way because it's not, you know, the buttons and the electronics, they can have problems and go out. This is a lot more reliable, so that's not a bad thing. It's good to have that. One thing I'm getting used to is this dial shifter for the shifting. It's a little bit new to me. I've always driven trucks, have the old standard way of doing it, but it's not that bad. I wasn't impressed when I first saw it, but at this point I'm getting used to this. It's not that bad at all. It feels nice and firm. It doesn't feel flimsy or anything, so I do like that. We also have front axle lock and rear axle lock. That is awesome. Not many trucks you get are going to have axle lockers, or diff lockers as I should say, not only in the back but in the front, which is something that makes this truck incredible at off-roading. You can crawl over just about anything in this truck. You can disconnect the sway bar to get better articulation going over big things. Just incredible. Totally awesome truck. Interior, exterior, everything. It's So we're averaging 10.2 right now. I think it's been going up this whole time. This truck hasn't been driven a while. It's been sitting on the lot for a long time. So it's still figuring out what our average MPG is. So it's still going up. I hope we're gonna get better than 10.2. Okay, I think that pretty much shows most of the interior and exterior of this truck and a lot of its capabilities. I think now we're good to drive it. So let's go take it for a spin. Another cool feature. Haha, folding mirrors, that is cool. That is really cool. Man, this truck is just super fancy. All right, guys, we're gonna test if this truck's a little bit of an off-road. We just have our dirt road here. Nothing crazy, it's kind of bumpy. So we always have to take it slow. But we're in a Power Wagon now. And Power Wagon, it can take it. It comes from the factory with Bilstein shocks, which they absorb a lot. This thing is incredible. So let's just go ahead and see how fast we can take it, how it feels. Ooh, man, it's got some power. Man, it just absorbs it. Woo. Oh, man. I feel like I'm in the Baja 1000. Wow, it just takes it. Any other vehicle I've ever been down this road has been very bumpy and very rough. But this Power Wagon is gliding over it on stock suspension. Wow. This is incredible. There's 30 miles an hour, cruising down this road. Nothing at all, no problem. Oh, dang, some of those bumps are pretty good, because I know I've hit them in my truck. That is insane. Holy moly. Oh yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I love that. Okay. That was awesome. That was really awesome. It handled that better than I would have expected. That was good job, Ram. That felt good. All right, next, I think we can try out a 0 to 60 and just see how quick this 6.4 Hemi is. Okay, so wasn't the best 0 to 60. We got 9 seconds, which actually was impressive, but because it is like 95 degrees out here right now. What happened was I tried to brake torque it, and we just spun out and started spinning the tires like crazy. A lot of power. So at some point we'll probably try to do a 4-wheel drive launch. But for now, I'm fine with that. That was crazy though. A lot of power. It's not the fastest truck in the world. I mean, you know, you're sitting there with your foot down and it takes off, but a little room for some performance mods, I'll say that. Man, right off the line, this feels good. Oh yeah, I'm not even halfway in the throttle, and we're moving, we're cruising. This truck is a boss on the road. You guys are probably wondering how I got my hands on such a nice 2019 Power Wagon. Well, this is our new truck. This is the newest truck for KB Studios to start making videos about. I am pumped. It's not my truck, of course. I wish it was my truck. It's my dad's truck. But I still get to drive it. So it's totally awesome. And I don't have to pay for it. Kind of a win-win there. as you've probably seen, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you may have seen the one where I reviewed the 2020 Cummins, the lifted Cummins, the dually. That was my dad's truck. He had just got that truck, but with diesel prices the way they are right now, it's just crazy. You know, trying to pay for all 6 of those big giant tires, and with the emissions laws the way they are, it's just not easy owning a diesel. They have all the DF and EGR systems that really just choke out the power and the, you know, miles per gallon, and you know, you're not in good shape if you delete it. They're really coming down on that, so that's kind of dangerous to do in these days. So really weren't sure what to do. We thought maybe a 3/4 ton gas engine, you know, 6.4 Hemi would be a good truck. We weren't really sure, but we went and test drove this Power Wagon, and man, fell in love. The power is way better than expected. Like, it feels so good. We're gonna see about the towing. The Power Wagon, because it is an off-road package vehicle, the towing capacity is 10,000 pounds, which is not impressive. You can go buy a Ram 1500 these days with a close to 12,000 pound towing capacity. So that part, you might think, well, why the heck you buy this truck for towing things? Well, because the only thing about it that makes it bad for towing really is the suspension. It has the soft suspension for going off-road, right? So what I've seen plenty of guys do is they'll put the airbags in the back. And I've already found some Firestone airbags, like almost $400. But it should add another 5,000 pounds of like payload capacity for the back end. That should do it. That should help out a lot. Because this engine is a very powerful engine. This truck is still a 3/4 ton truck, so it still has a lot of potential to tow. Plenty of power to do so. So we'll get those bags in, and definitely try to make a video on how it tows, you know, what the miles per gallon is, which right now I'm not really sure. It hasn't found an average. It keeps going up and down. Right now we're going everywhere between 12 to 15 miles per gallon. It hasn't made its mind up yet. So it'll probably take a couple days for that to figure itself out, but we'll just see how it goes. One of the reasons we wanted the Power Wagon over just a regular, you know, Bighorn or Lone Star 3/4 ton Hemi was because of the rear axle ratio. The rear axles on this, the rear gearing is a 410. On your regular Tradesman and Lone Star, all that stuff, I think it's a 373 is the standard. So the 410 on this one is definitely going to help with that torque. Definitely, you're going to feel it when towing a trailer. So that'll definitely help you with the power and your miles per gallon. So we'll see about that. But the newest member of the family, 2019 Ram Power Wagon. Totally awesome truck. Man, I love this truck. I'm in love with this truck. Hope to make a lot more videos about it. Hopefully some off-roading stuff, some upgrades, towing. We'll see. But alright guys, thanks for tuning in for KB Studios Trucks. Please hit the like and subscribe button. And see you guys next time.